Good morning. Thank you, John. I'm excited to talk to you today about the real power that comes from connecting data and insight. You know, on New Year's Eve in 2019, I was sitting in my living room with my handy crystal ball, and I made a few predictions. I know this may be hard to believe, but I just knew that masks would be huge this year. I saw someone wearing one in Clinical Fashion Weekly, and I thought, wow, now that's a look. This could be big. And I nailed it. I was on top of the staycation trend really early. I was telling my kids that we'd be skipping a vacation in Hawaii in favor of buying a hammock for the backyard way before everyone got kicked off of planes. And of course, long before it became all the rage, I was recommending Zoom stock to absolutely everyone. It could have been my keen ability to predict the future, or it might have been inspired by a few really painful WebEx meetings. Who can say? Yeah. This doesn't look like a beach to me, unfortunately. Okay, so maybe I didn't make all of those predictions, or any of them, but I did make one prediction that actually, somewhat coincidentally, came true. I predicted that data would be big in 2020, and it was really big. Don't believe me? Let's talk about the role data played in the most significant event of the year. Data has been playing a huge and critical role during the COVID-19 crisis. We learned a lot about big data throughout the year. We learned that data visualizations are important. After all, how many of you found yourself reviewing dashboards like this one? Drilling down, filtering, and really exploring that data. We learned about the power of data-driven insight, and not just so that we at home could see how the pandemic was progressing. Data played a big role in contact tracing, outbreak mitigation, research, and vaccine development. Focusing on data, collecting it, correlating it, surfacing it, and sharing it was mission critical. We learned that information exchange with countries and companies around the world played a key role in helping us to understand the pandemic and to collectively working toward a cure. Having the ability to share information and collaborate around data was vital. So we learned that we can benefit as a society from being data-driven, from data visualization, and from collaborating around data. Some broadly applicable business concepts that really hit home in pretty personal ways. So yeah, data was really big this year. And so was FOMO. It's something we all suffer from, fear of missing out, that anxiety that an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, usually in the context of posts you see on social media, where everyone seems to be involved in something fun and exciting and important, and you're the only one at home alone eating Cheetos in the dark. In business these days, we have data FOMO, where we keep hearing about opportunities to use data and AI to supercharge our businesses, but we really aren't sure what the opportunities are or how to access them. What should we be doing? What could we be doing? You hear these things and you worry that everyone else is busy transforming their businesses with data science and AI, and meanwhile, you're running around trying to figure out how to get all of your data to export so you can make a simple chart in Excel for your management review meeting. It's the quality equivalent of that dark night of Cheetos and despair. So how do we get from where we are to where we want to be? How do we move from struggling with reporting and Excel to transformation? It starts to feel really unrealistic and far-fetched. Some of us are just leaving paper behind, and we struggle with tracking and understanding even basic metrics, let alone fully understanding and trusting our data to help us make good business decisions. As Thomas Getz pointed out, data today is being generated at a rate that far outpaces our ability to effectively use it or understand it. We struggle to collect it, report on it, interpret it, and surface it in meaningful ways. Everyone talks about data being the new oil, but before oil has any value, it has to go through a refinement process. It's the same with our data. It's great that we're capturing it and storing it, but to turn data into something usable and valuable to an end user, we have to refine it. We have to take all of that raw data, transform it, and surface it to business users in ways that are meaningful and relevant to them. So how do we do that? You know, today we run these long tabular reports, and to get any value out of them, you almost have to read every single line. If you're given a report that consists of every column in the database table, you have to really work to look through it, figure out what's important about it, interpret it, and hope you got the right takeaway and didn't overlook anything. What we have today isn't enough. We need more than long lists of single data points. We need reports and insights that help us understand what's actually happening and why. What do we need to be aware of? What are the problems? What are the opportunities? All of those things that keep you up at night or that you're worrying about in the car on the way to work, all of those things you're running around trying to understand during the first 15 minutes of your day, you need analytics that give you insight into those things, actionable insights that help to ensure that you're empowered to do your job and to do it really, really well, that help to ensure your business is running with maximum efficiency, quality, productivity, and safety. So, who's ready for a change? I am. Let me give you a new prediction for 2021. And actually, this is more than a prediction. This is something I can tell you with absolute confidence will happen in 2021. We spent a good part of the last year talking to you, our customers, and working to understand your pain points, your problems, and your issues with data. We learned a lot about what you need, and in 2021, we're going to deliver a solution. We're going to empower you with usable, explorable, meaningful data that's relevant to you. We're going to give you MasterControl Insights, real-time data and dashboards for products across the MasterControl solution family that will be user-friendly and interactive with drag-and-drop visualizations and reports and out-of-the-box dashboards designed to address your most common concerns. Better yet, we're going to continually enhance them with sophisticated AI-driven insights. Let's take a look at what that means. To start, let's talk about how you work with data today. Let's talk about ditching the data dump. One of the common themes we heard from all of you had to do with the time you spend gathering, exporting, and manipulating data. Think about all of the time you spend preparing for management review meetings, exporting data out of many different systems into Excel or a BI tool, and then trying to manipulate that data into an understandable format. It's a very manual process that could potentially introduce a lot of error and inconsistency. And the amount of work involved to prepare it, it makes it hard to pull it together frequently, which can often mean that company leadership is making decisions about how to run the company using dated information. With MasterControl Insights, all of your data from every MasterControl solution will be available all in one place, and you'll have the ability to connect that data to other sources, your ERP, your MES, or even your machine sensor data. Insights can help you to relate that data together, import it on a regular cadence, and use it in your dashboards and reports. You'll be able to use it to create powerful, at-a-glance visualizations that represent insights and information you've never had access to before. You know, over the last year, we've been working a lot on our data architecture. We've created a new data lake, and we're working to get data streaming in from every MasterControl solution in near real time via a cutting-edge, event-driven data infrastructure. And we want you to use it for more than just running tabular reports. We want to offer up insights specifically designed for every user of every one of our solutions. Different people working in your organization have different things they need to use data for. They have different decisions to make, different actions to take, different concerns. You don't want to give everyone that same tabular report. They shouldn't have to try to read through and interpret it. You need to give them the actual insight they should pay attention to, designed for their roles and their decisions. And with insights, that's what we're doing. We're identifying and designing insights that will be specifically meaningful to each of our different users. We've been talking to our users about their jobs and how they have to use data. What do they each need to know throughout the day? What would help each of them to do their jobs more effectively and efficiently? And we're using that information to create a library of pre-configured dashboards for each MasterControl solution. Within each collection, you'll find dashboards designed for the specific needs and concerns of your users. These dashboards will provide an at-a-glance view of what you need to know that day to get your work done, to keep things on track, avoid pitfalls and problems, and to absolutely supercharge your activities. There's more, though. We know that you know your business better than we do. And we know that you want more than just access to pre-configured dashboards. You want to be able to get at it yourself, to build with it, and to explore it. So we decided to completely rethink how we approach data accessibility. You don't just want canned reports. You want the building blocks of your data. You want to be able to explore it. You want to build custom reports and visualizations on the fly. With Insights, you're going to have data from every MasterControl solution you use at your fingertips. Using an intuitive and simple user interface, you're going to be able to easily drag and drop critical data measures and attributes to quickly build your own reports. This is a sophisticated BI tool wrapped up in a really simple and easy user interface. So you'll have the ability to easily group, break, filter, calculate, build custom expressions, and so much more. you're going to be able to easily build your own visualizations. You'll be able to select visualizations out of our visualization library from many different formats. You'll be able to search for the exact data fields you want or pull them over from logical groupings, as you're seeing here. You'll also be able to easily filter. Select the data that you want to have appear in the chart. You have the ability to format using a wide variety of capabilities. And when you're done and ready, you can save that visualization and make it available to all of your users before you drop them into drag and drop, easily customizable dashboards. It's going to be simple, accessible, easy, and powerful. We also talked to you about the need for interactive, drillable, filterable data. Yes, you want that at-a-glance view, but you also want to be able to drill down and filter to look at it by product or department or location or job code. You need the ability to analyze data from a variety of perspectives and the ability to dig down into it. And that's exactly what we're giving you. You'll have access to dashboard-level filters for common data constructs that you can easily select and deselect. You'll be able to dig down into a particular visualization, and there you'll have access to visual filters that allow you to zero in on and lasso just the data that you want. And you'll have the ability to drill down a data path and into a more detailed view. Data can be powerful if you let it speak. With Insights, we're working to give you that ability. We know people want to be able to follow the story the data is telling them, following a path or trail of data to an eventual insight. Let's take a look at how you might do that in Insights by exploring just one view of a particular batch run in progress. I have an at-a-glance view of units that have completed and those that are in progress and how they're performing against my targeted duration. I can see that Unit 7 has bypassed the duration target, so I drill in to learn more. When I drill into that unit, I'll be able to see the operation level data. And when I do that, I can quickly see that while 7.1 is on track to complete in the targeted time frame, 7.2 is way over target. I want to learn more, so again, I'm going to drill down to explore further the underlying phase information. In the phase view, I immediately see the specific phase where we're having trouble, so I take a look at the underlying details to learn more. In the detailed view that appears, I can quickly see that the operator is having equipment issues. I immediately know where I'm having trouble and where I need to take action. If I want to, I can create a notification based on this information. I could export it in a variety of formats or bookmark the view and send it to a line supervisor for investigation. Even better, I can aggregate this information over time to understand where problems and issues are frequently cropping up and impacting my ability to ship on time. Let's talk about turning insights into action. We know that you want to see more than just what's happening now. You want to know where things are headed and why. You want an early warning system that alerts you to where you have risk, exposure, and opportunity. With MasterControl Insights, you're going to be able to see trends from across the product lifecycle that are occurring in your data. And at any time, you'll be able to drill down to explore the underlying data that's driving those trends. And as Insights develops, and as we collect more and more data and are able to learn from that data, we'll not only surface trends, we'll be adding more and more predictive insights, recommendations based on a deep understanding of your data, insights drawn from natural language processing and machine learning used together, and integrated AI that will supercharge your business. Finally, let's talk about connection. We know that data in a silo doesn't help you. You want to understand your business across the boundaries of our separate MasterControl solutions. When you want to understand how often materials from a specific supplier were involved in deviations for a particular product, you don't want to have to run one report with your supplier info and another with your deviation info and another with your batch record information. You want connected information. That's the benefit of the platform approach, using one connected data platform for all of your activities in the product excellence lifecycle, so that data from one solution can be combined and correlated with data from another solution, giving you the ability to understand opportunities for improvement across your business. What would it look like if the information you typically spent weeks preparing for your quality management review meeting was instantly and constantly available? What if all of the important metrics that you and other leaders use to make decisions that impact your business were continually updated in real time in one validated, consistent platform? How powerful would that be? Would that have the power to transform your business? Data. Data is great. Data is the foundation. But insights that tell you what is happening in your business, where your problems are, where your opportunities are, and what is going to happen, we believe that's priceless, and we want to give all of that to you. So let's revisit those predictions for 2021 again. I predict that in 2021, you'll have usable data, powerful tools, and connected insights. Count on it. If you want to learn more about insights, I'd encourage you to check out our demo theater session today at 1:55 Mountain Time. Thank you. We can't wait to show it to you.